Let's go to war. What do I mean by this? Well, let me set the ground rules for this war. Number one, we must have a media which is set against everything that this government was set upon, that the foundations and the principles of our nation stood for 200 years. Number two, let us have one person stand up in defense of liberty, the defense of this nation, and freedom. That's all we have to do, folks. That's our war. We have 5 people. 5? Bachmann, Romney, Gingrich, Santorum. 4. Huntsman. 5. We have 5 people who are at war against this country. 6 if you want to count Obama. And we have Ron Paul, the sole standard bearer, the shield holder of the Constitution. We have 3 networks that tried to throw him under the bus over this weekend. And what does he do? I'll give you a brief synopsis. Chris Wallace. Congressman Paul, we are going to do everything in our power to make you look bad. Dr. Paul. Go ahead, Mr. Wallace. You've done this in the past and failed. 9.5 minutes later, Mr. Wallace. Chris Wallace. Dr. Paul, once again, we have failed to do what we set out to do. Dr. Paul. Yes, Mr. Wallace, that's because there's nothing you can do to disclaim or discredit or throw under the bus all of the tenets and the freedoms which are explained explicitly in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Now, I'm a racist. Yes, my name is Dr. Ron Paul and I'm a racist. Let me tell you how much of a racist I am. I'm completely for civil liberties. What I am not for is forcing people to like people who they do not like. What do I mean by this? Well, if you own a business and this business does not cater to a certain type of people, be they Jew, homosexual, black, whatever, that's your right, because at the time, that's your property. Now, in this 2012, this first day of 2012, how many businesses are going to survive not serving Jews, homosexuals, or African Americans? I'll tell you how many. 0! Let the people decide what they need to decide, not the federal government stepping in and saying you have to be a certain way. Because if you do, there will be racial equality. There will be no civil equality, and we will have no rights. Now, if I may digress just a little. You come against him with this whole civil rights movement and his discrimination or racism. And I've talked about this before. Would you rather have a white person give you a gift because they have to give you a gift? Or would they, or because you're black? Or would you have them give you a gift because they respect you as a person? On another hand, for you, Mr. White America, or for Mr. Black Power, you on the extreme ultraviolet or infrared of the spectrum, for those of you who are not versed in science and the basic principles of science, that's the far right and the far left. Mr. Whitey, as I should say, or Mr. Black Power. Who's the real racist here? The one who brings up the race is so with the equality of the races that he never brings it up. Ron Paul is not a racist. You, MSNBC, Fox News, ABC, whoever brings this up as it's you. You're the racist. You're the white frickin' cracker who tries to make him out to be the racist. Yeah, I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad. Go to the NAACP, to their leader, and see what they say about Ron Paul. I'll tell you, he says that he's not a racist. Iowa, you have the first choice in defending liberty. If you don't go the right way, this country will not get back on track for another 50 years. Because there will never be another Ron Paul. Racist? No. Bigot? No. Libertarian? Yes. For your rights? Yes. How do you vote? Ron Paul. That's the only way.